socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader when the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
So I know that, like, as long as he got you guys, you know, as his little army, like, he's gonna be straight.
Sorry, but I feel like you manifested Blaze.
Yeah.
Like, you were mentioning another child before I got pregnant.
Yeah, true.
Like, you manifested Blaze.
Yeah.
On our first date, you were talking about a Blaze, not him exactly.
Yeah.
But you were talking about a Blaze, so you agree with that.
I do agree with that. I think that and you know,
we talked about kids.
Yeah, true. But just so you know, you guys know, because you guys are, you know, beautiful women. You guys are still like women, right? But men, right? Men see a baddie, we think like, I'm gonna get her pregnant. That's what men think when they see a baddie.
You gamed me.
You gamed me.
I'm just asking.
Hey, I'm just saying, when a man really sees a woman that like is that he likes and it's a baddie, that be our first thought. Like we be thinking like, damn, like I would have a baby by that. So yeah, I'm manifested. I'm manifested.
Gamed.
Yeah, game manifested. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the very first thing Game said, because it tells you everything. As long as he's got you guys as his little army, he'll be straight. That's not the voice of a man talking about fatherhood. That's the voice of someone already distancing himself from responsibility. Notice the framing. Not as long as I provide. Not as long as I protect. Not as long as I raise him. No, as long as he's got you. That's outsourcing fatherhood. And then at the end, he doubles down with this fantasy idea that men see a baddie and think, I want to get her pregnant. Let's be very clear. That is not how men think. Responsible men do not see a woman and think, let me ruin my life with someone I haven't vetted. They don't think, let me permanently tie myself to chaos. They don't think, let me gamble my future because she looks good. That's not masculinity. That's impulse. That's irresponsibility. That's a boy explaining his lack of discipline and calling it biology. Real men think, Is she stable? Is she respectful? Would I trust her with my legacy? Would I want my son raised by her? Attraction alone has never been enough for men who intend to lead. And the most disturbing part of this clip isn't even what he says. It's who laughs. Because Evelyn, the grandmother, laughing right there, that's the problem. A real mother does not laugh when a man talks about her daughter like a body. A real mother does not laugh when a man reduces her daughter to a baddie. A real mother would shut that conversation down instantly.
Oh, Andy, who is this? Mukhtar Chronicles? Oh, yeah, I heard the voices in the beginning, and I heard the game, right? The rapper, the game, and then it was Evelyn, right? Lozada, right? I heard those voices, and those voices have been trending a little bit because of, I guess, some podcast sit-down discussion. And I've heard a whole bunch of stuff from male-centered women or women, male-centered women, or pick-me's. I heard it all. And then, I heard other stuff, pertaining to the brother Game, misogynist, narcissistic. I heard the whole gamut of stuff. And then on this clip, I'm hearing just another little piece of how the speaker was breaking down, his statements and what they could potentially mean. Man, listen. The Voice of Reason is a self-awareness show. And make no mistake, I always say the speaker is not important. Where did I get that from? I got it from the great Krishnamurti. The speaker is not important. It's the message that's important. By March, this will be 4 years of The Voice of Reason on KBLA Talk 1580. And it's been crazy, right? Meteoric, as you could say. I mean, the people listening from all over the world, all over the country, people just tapped in, right? But I always lead with this. I'm flawed. I'm as flawed as the listener, right? I think I've led with that a lot. Don't you think in a lot? Andy? Andy is agreeing with me. Okay, cool. I lead with my flaws, right? I never want to come across like I got it figured out. And I think I've been saying that for a long time. And the reason why this is important tonight is because this topic, we're trying to develop a self-aware culture. What you're used to doing should not work moving forward, right? What you're used to doing in a relationship, the hiding, the manipulation, the obfuscation of the facts, the lack of accountability, all of that stuff will not grow you up. You got to stop looking for a fit, party people. 1-800-920-1580. I want you to get to your phone lines. Now, peep game. Tonight's topic is based off of an old euphemism. Marry their truth before you carry their karma. Now, this is a topic that my niece brought to my attention. And I was like, oh, that's an old school saying, but I didn't really understand the meaning of it. Marry their truth before you carry their karma. So peep game, this is why that clip is going to make sense. Before you bind your future to someone, you must first bind yourself to who they actually are, not who you hope they will be. Because listen, man, a lot of people are dating potential and concepts and images. We've been saying the same thing 4 years. You remember that time we played that Bruce Lee clip from Enter the Dragon? And Bruce Lee intentionally put this clip at the beginning where he's talking to his sensei. And this is the beginning of the movie. He intentionally did this because he loved Krishnamurti's work so much. So the guru is telling him in this scene, because he's asking, how do I destroy this ex-rogue Shaolin, practitioner? He said, hey, man, the only way to beat him is to destroy his image. He wasn't talking about a PR campaign. He was talking about psychologically. Right? So listen to tonight's topic. Listen, marry their truth before you carry their karma. Before you bind your future to someone, you must first bind yourself to who they actually are, not who you hope they will become, because whatever you fail to consciously marry, you will have to unconsciously carry. Oh my God. And I'm going to say that goes bi-directional. Whatever you fail to consciously marry within yourself, you're going to have to carry, right? Absolutely. But definitely with your partner. A relationship does not begin where bodies meet. It begins where perception stops. Every bond forms around an invisible agreement. What will remain seen? What will remain tolerated? Listen! This invisible agreement, what will remain seen? What will remain unseen? What will remain tolerated? What will remain unnamed? Long before the ceremony, long before pregnancy, long before permanence, a quieter union locks into place. It is the union with a person's demonstrated relationship to responsibility, self-awareness, power, repair, and truth. How many people have, I'm not even going, marry their truth before you carry their karma. Names the mechanics beneath romance. Listen to it. Zoe's been talking about this for a minute. You got to date a human being. We date outcomes. We date gifts, trips. We date wound butlers, wound nannies. We don't date the truth of a person. How many times, hey, that's too much information too soon. That's how we put your best foot forward. A lot of our dating is built around pretense. The truth ain't in us because we are both, on both sides, in pursuit of a particular outcome. And if you haven't done any healing work, that outcome is probably related to a demand that your wound is asking for. So, since we're all works in progress, and nobody is completely healed, you got to marry their truth before you are called to carry their karma. You got to find somebody, because you're not going to find nobody perfect. You're not going to find anybody without flaw. Do you see? If you find somebody that's nice, that's respectable, respectful to you, that's not going to minimize your voice, right? But still coming in with something. Maybe they don't have all the baggage that you see some people coming into the airport with. Maybe they just got a carry-on. Maybe they got a backpack and a carry-on. But the reality of it is, if you're going to make that relationship work, you have to marry their truth before you are called to carry their karma. Karma does not arrive as mysticism. It doesn't manifest itself as mysticism. It arrives as logistics. It shows up as mood climates, right? It shows its face as nervous system choreography. Listen, I don't want to date your nervous system. Your nervous system is designed for survival. It's designed to live, right? Because we are all broken in some kind of way. Your nervous system has learned how to adapt and adjust and figure out how to. But can your nervous system be given a break? Listen, who am I talking to? Can you give your only individuation, self-realization, moksha, nirvana, all of these higher consciousness concepts, right? Only that can give your nervous system a break. Could your nervous system be overused? My goodness. Nervous system choreography. Man, karma can also arrive as the daily tax of managing what another adult refuses to manage. Sometimes it's their perception. Sometimes it's their need and desire to be right about everything. Sometimes it's their need and desire to create avoidance, distance, space. When attraction outruns discernment, inheritance begins. What does unchallenged... I don't know if y'all listening. The voice of reason, I'm asking these types of questions. Because if we don't become more self-aware, right? We have to get, well, I think we are getting honest about the illusion of love, right? In a society, right, where the top of Maslow's pyramid would be wealth and not self-actualization. Listen, did you hear what I... Maslow's pyramid at the top is supposed to be self-actualization, which lines up with Carl Jung's individuation, which is talking about making oneself whole internally. No, we live in a society that says if you got the money, you got the power. So money is at the top now. By living in this society, we've marginalized spirituality, consciousness, and what relationship is actually for. When I come forward, the voice of reason will ask this question yet again. Are you ready to marry their truth, or are you ready to carry their karma? When we come forward, we're going to answer it.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? We got to laugh the pain away.
Hey, KBLA delegation. Happy Black History Month. Around here, we celebrate our culture, our community, and our contributions daily. But this year, as we observe the 100th anniversary of Black History Month celebrations, we're excited about our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, honoring comedy greats. On Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum in downtown LA, we're toasting D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Munell, Dion Cole, and Martin Lawrence with a surprise guest appearance. A limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon remain, so now would be a good time to head to KBLA1580.com to secure one for yourself. That's KBLA1580.com. A little laughter goes a long way, especially in times like these. So come, join us for our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum. Again, tickets are available right now at KBLA1580.com.
Well, I hang around my boy. He been married for 6 years. Videotaping his wedding day, never watched it. Now and every day he watch it every day, but he watch it in reverse. Because he said he loves seeing himself take that ring back off of that finger. Walking back down that aisle, just waving at her ugly mother down the church. Getting back in the limo, back at the bachelor party. Look how happy I was.
Honoring excellence, resilience, and achievement, we're at KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
You make me nervous. I always say the wrong thing. It doesn't matter anyways. Ain't nothing gonna change, no. I hate the situation. I'm always running into you. And when I don't, I'm open to. I hate feeling so confused. Oh, don't wanna feel the way I do. It's just why I'm going through.
We have to stop being surprised by people who show us exactly who they are. Some of you are ignoring information you already have about people. Not because you're gullible or because you're cynical. It might be because you are hopeful and you give people the benefit of the doubt. And I think that's healthy. I think that is a healthy mindset to have, so long as you pair it with objectivity. Because look, most people don't change suddenly. They reveal themselves slowly over time. It shows up in their patterns. It shows up in how they talk about other people, how they handle pressure, or in how they excuse, avoid, or justify things. You know, when someone tells you who they are, that's information. But when they show you who they are, that's evidence. And we get hurt because we keep negotiating with someone's potential instead of responding to the evidence. And we fall in love with who someone could be while overlooking who they've consistently shown up as. Now, I've heard it said that disappointment is the gap between expectation and reality. And what we miss about that is that we control one side of that equation. We can adjust our expectations. You know, wisdom isn't assuming the worst in someone. Wisdom is adjusting your expectations to match someone's demonstrated behavior. You don't have to make assumptions, right? So that means you get to become clear with them once they've shown you who they are. You can still care deeply about them, but you give them a level of access that won't hurt you when they fail you again, right? So the next time someone shows you
Conflictish. That's where that's from. I think that's a podcast called Conflictish, but it's Ryan Dunlap. Over there cooking with the rarest grease. Listen, the voice of reason doesn't feel like playing. It's 2026. How many more, as fragile as life is, how many more Christmases do you have? Right? We waste a lot of time trying to make sure we get exactly what we want. Wait a minute. Did you hear? We waste a lot of time trying to make sure we get exactly what we want. And most of us don't even know why we want what we want. But we sure do think that getting what we want will bring some kind of happiness. Do you understand me? Listen, what goes unchallenged internally becomes infrastructure. Right? What goes unchallenged internally becomes infrastructure. It becomes this psycho-spiritual operating system where you can't even see the truth, even if the truth is right in your face, because it's not your truth. Do you understand? Okay, listen, do you know what kind of island you put yourself on when you're just standing on your truth? Listen, truth is everywhere. It's omniscient. It's ubiquitous. Right? And if you can't see the truth in somebody else, then that's called a blind spot. If you can't see the truth in someone else's perspective, that's a blind spot. If the truth only exists in your thought process, that is a blind spot. Listen to me. But if you find somebody who has that particular sight affliction, are you ready to marry their truth? Not hopefully later on they're going to get better. Their eyesight, their spirit sight is going to get better. They're going to be able to see what they can't see right. Not marrying their potential. I'm saying marry their truth before you are forced to carry their karma. Because guess what? The universe is designed to teach you what you are blind to. Listen, the universe is designed to teach you what you are blind to. I hope. Do you understand? I want to control every outcome, and I want to define every outcome to fit my reality, to fit my thought process. That's not how higher consciousness operates. Higher consciousness comes in as the damn cleanup crew. I got to clean up this infrastructure you have built around this false sense of when I come forward. The voice of reason. You think I'm not? I ain't even pulled out my pots and pans yet. The burner ain't even on yet. When we come forward, more fire from the desk of the voice of reason.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump says his administration may take a softer touch on immigration enforcement following deadly federal agent shootings in Minneapolis.
It didn't come from me because I just wanted to do it. We are waiting for them to release prisoners. In an NBC News interview, he says officials want a calmer approach, but still plan to be tough on what he calls really hard criminals. Atlanta, Georgia's Black Mayor Andre Dickens says he hopes ICE agents will have little to no presence during the World Cup. He told reporters the city will notify businesses and residents if federal agents are operating. And Baltimore, Maryland's Black Mayor Brandon Scott says the Park Heights Safe Street Zone has gone 387 days without a homicide. Officials credit more than 230 conflict mediations for helping prevent violence, with City Council President Zeke Cohen calling it proof that intervention programs are saving lives. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
This is an important message from the Mine Safety and Health Administration. Mining fatalities, accidents, and injuries are preventable. Staying alert and focused can keep you safe. Take time, save lives. For more resources, visit MSHA.gov.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader. Following the leader. Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
February 4th is Transit Equity Day. To mark the occasion, Metro is offering free rides all day on the 4th. Providing safe, accessible, and affordable transportation is a commitment Metro makes year-round. Learn more at thesource.metro.net.
Of the people, by the people, for the people. LA's home for progressive conversation. KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Savior, someone
been torn apart so many times. I've been hurt so many times before. So I'm counting on you now. Somebody already broke my heart.
I just recorded this for my podcast and wanted to give it to you in a shot glass before I forget, while it's still fresh in my head. All right, here are the most common barriers when it comes to creating walls for love. And, sometimes it doesn't look like it at first. Number one, self-protection disguised as independence. I don't need anyone. I'm fine on my own. I've got this, right? Strength can be real, but sometimes it's armor. When independence is used to avoid needing, relying, or being seen, love doesn't grow. Not because it isn't there, but because there's nowhere for love to land. And when I say needing or relying, I'm not saying dependent. So I'm not saying unhealthy dependence or codependency. Number two, old stories that never get updated. These are called false beliefs. Love always leaves. People can't be trusted. Men always cheat. These kind of false stories from our experience as a child, etc. They're conclusions that we have drawn from our story, and they create walls. They live in our unconscious, and we have to actively start dissolving these false beliefs, because we pull mostly from our unconscious. 3, control, trying to manage outcomes, reading ahead, micromanaging feelings, timelines, and expectations. Love doesn't move well in tight spaces. That means don't have sex in your car. Sorry, dad joke. Number 4, unprocessed grief, past breakups, unspoken losses, versions of life that never happened, right? All the what ifs that you lost. Grief that isn't felt doesn't disappear. Instead, it tightens. You can't really fully be open.
That was John Kim, LMFT, licensed marriage family therapist. Marriage and family therapist. Dropping some jewels. Listen. The knowledge of self, right, is some of the most fulfilling yet difficult to obtain knowledge you'll ever seek to graduate from, right? It's hard to obtain it because you are it. And you've been conditioned to look for every single answer outside of yourself in a person, in a job, in a career. You've been taught to consume contentment, to consume quiet, to consume peace, to consume space. But you've never been taught to just embody it, all of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now you put yourself in a position to attract an incomplete person to mirror and match the incomplete person that you are, so that both of you can gain understanding from the failings of the relationship. This is why you have to be careful when attraction outruns discernment. But you can only get discernment by being burned from the experiment called a relationship. Right? You go in with blind spots, you get burned, and now oh wow, I see, this is what I wasn't paying attention to. Listen to what I'm about to say. When attraction outruns discernment, inheritance begins. What goes unchallenged becomes infrastructure. What feels small becomes structural. What seems temporary becomes generational. Listen. Children do not emerge into love stories. they emerge into regulatory systems. Listen, homes do not run on affection. They run on psychological maturity or the lack thereof. The question, therefore, shifts. Not do I love this person, but can I live inside of the psychological weather systems that this person produces? Gosh, seeds require soil. Cement does not. Some connections grow in life. Some only preserve familiarity. If a bond survives only through selective blindness, it has already declared its future. I'm trying to push you to understand. Marry clarity first. Whatever follows becomes lineage. When I say marry clarity, first off, there's the clarity of oneself, who I am and what I am not. What I am and what I am not. Do you see? Self-clarity. That's important. This phrase, marry before you carry, has long been echoed through social and moral discourse, typically emphasizing the practical wisdom of forming a committed union before bringing new life into the world. Yet, beneath its surface lies a deeper, more profound spiritual counsel. Before you intertwine energetically, spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, before you intertwine your destiny with another, be sure you have become one with their truth as well as your own. Now, this is a modern reframing of an ancient principle, an old school principle, right? And it invites us to explore the metaphysics of partnership, the psychology of projection, and the subtle karma of emotional inheritance. To marry their truth means to unite not with the image or the illusion of a person, which often we do that. We marry their success. We marry their wallet. We marry their talent. We marry their mind. We marry their education. We marry their status and station in life. But do we marry the orphan parts of themselves, the self-orphan parts? That's heavy stuff. Do you want to marry that? Right? Do you want to marry that aspect of them? Have you married that aspect of yourself? Right? To marry their truth means to unite with the image or the illusion of the person, right? No, it doesn't mean that. You're not marrying that. You're marrying the truth of who they are. Yes, their raw, authentic selves, their history, their wounds, their values, and their evolving soul. It means acknowledging that our relationships are not merely emotional or physical entanglements. They are energy contracts where unwitnessed pain and unhealed patterns quietly dictate the choreography of your love story. What we refuse to see eventually becomes the shadow that governs what we experience. When we cling to curated versions of who we wish our partners were, we end up tethered to illusions and not intimacy. This blindness, whether born of fear, fantasy, or self-deception, plants the seeds of karmic consequence. Are you ready to marry their truth when you have yet to wed your own? Are you ready to marry a flawed human being when you still got parts of yourself in a spiritual orphanage locked deep within your soul? When we come forward, the voice of reason gonna keep the flames a-flaming.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
LA Metro invites you and the whole family to a free community celebration on Saturday, February 7th at the Metro Willowbrook Rosa Park Station in Watts. Enjoy live music, local art, and delicious food vendors as we celebrate culture, community, and good vibes. Come out Saturday, February 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Metro Willowbrook Rosa Park Station. Don't miss it.
Refresh your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Reimagine your bathroom with up to 40% off select faucets during our Bath Savings event. Need it today? Order by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Shop for your bathroom refresh at Lowe's. We help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location. Same-day delivery on eligible in-stock items, subject to availability. Fees vary. Visit Lowes.com/same-day delivery for full terms.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I can run, I can race for hours and hours and don't stop. I can float, I can fly us to the highest mountain tops. I can breathe you, I can drink in your laugh, I can live on your smile. I can trip, and if I can fall into your arms, I can stay there my whole life. I can live, I can love, I can be there with you, for real, for real. I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell you, for real. I can live, I can love, I can be there with you, for real, for real. I can hear, I can feel, I can see, I can tell you, for real. I can stare, I can memorize your face, your hands, your hair, every part of you. I
When a person loses access to you, when you no longer tender for them the way you once was, when you no longer have that soft spot and they can't control you how they once did, they'll try to control the way people see you. You reach that territory where perception matters more than reality. And the thing about the human brain, the more you hear it, the more you believe it. You start to wonder, how the hell did I go from being your very best friend, the person you was with day in and day out, to somebody who was so hard to love? Somebody who was so difficult. Oh, but I get it. You had to take that narrative. You had to play victim for who came next. Okay, so I get why I was downplayed. The scariest part is they don't have to ruin you, just the image of you. But if you have somebody out here trying to distort who you were, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, let them. Because your absence probably triggered something in them that they were not ready to face. So please stop trying to defend something that was never about you in the first place.
Andy, pray tell, who was the young man? Dimitri Wiley? Or Wyke? Interesting. Oh, Wiley. Dimitri Wiley. It took me a long time to realize that to be in love with another was to be at war with myself. To be in love with another means to be at war with myself. Because in order to achieve unconditional love, in order to raise your consciousness up to the level of consciousness that love resides at, I've always said love is synonymous with God, right? In order to experience that type of love and not attachment wound, strategies that we call love. We call them love because they feel good when we manipulate and get what the wound wants. As long as the wound is getting what it wants, the attachment is useful. We don't even see it as an attachment. We see it as a strategy that got us what we wanted. And so it works, and because it works, everything should stay the same. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But love, again, real love, the love that everybody in this society says is an illusion, isn't real. That love requires you to face yourself. Do you see? That kind of love requires you to confront yourself. Many people refuse to confront themselves. This is why rightaholicism is running rampant. It has been running rampant for many, many years, for many decades, for many centuries. I'd rather stand on what I believe. Right? When we cling to curated versions of who we wish our partners were, we end up tethered to illusions, not real intimacy. Again, this blindness, whether born of fear, fantasy, or self-deception, plants the seed of karmic consequences. Truth, by contrast, listen. Truth ain't got nothing to do with your perspective or opinion. Do you see how you go? You go run into that damn relationship with your mask leading, with your performance backing the mask, and you saying you keeping it real. And then the moment they show something other than the mask you fell in love with that they were wearing, the moment they switch up the performance and you see the real them, you reject them just like you reject the real you. Listen, 1-800-920-1580. Truth, by contrast, is the sacred compost that transforms pain into wisdom and connection into consciousness. We're not just supposed to be connected, we're supposed to be aware through the process of connection. I learned this by failing. The real question is not only whom we choose, but what we cultivate together. Are we growing and developing seeds, nurturing awareness, vulnerability, and mutual evolution? Or are we pouring out our emotional water onto the damn cement, expecting life to bloom where no roots could take hold? When we build relationships on foundations of avoidance, we unknowingly consent to cycles of suffering. It was the Buddha who said, attachment is the source of suffering. Dukkha is the term, the Pali term is dukkha, suffering, dissatisfaction, disappointment, disapproval, poverty, anger, discontent. All of that is labeled under dukkha. And it's all associated with attachment. Do you see? We're attached to outcomes. Do you see? Attached to outcomes. As long as I get the outcome, as long as you show up the way my wound needs you to show up, you're the best partner I've ever had. You're the most meaningful person I've ever had. But the moment you come in and you tell my wounds to shut up because you've learned how to silence yours, then you become an enemy of my system. I don't know if you... When the voice of reason comes forward, the voice of reason shall continue to peel the layers. Damn them layers. I'm gonna kick the dough in. Let's go.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump says his administration may take a softer touch on immigration enforcement following deadly federal agent shootings in Minneapolis.
It didn't come from me because I just wanted to do it.